Cabin crew, seats for departure please, thank you. A very uneventful flight. We're going to the car here at Heathrow, or at Heathrow. It was a great flight. Bad seats, but they were good of the bad seats. The best of the bad. Just like clockwork. So hopefully we'll be at the van in about an hour and a half. So you think the traffic will be light on the motorway today?
Yeah, it should be lighter, but it's earlier on when I was checking, it was showing me 55 minutes. Now it's showing me 1 hour 20 minutes.
Is that where we're going?
Yeah, it's right here. Turn right in the driveway, Newlands Farm.
So clean too.
I know.
Is that yours?
That's it.
Yeah.
We've arrived.
Okay, so now, without my complete total ranting, here's a look at the van from the inside with, let's see, our new car cover, camera bags, 2 pieces of luggage, a roll-on. It's going to be a good trick to get everything stored, but that's van life. So we've arrived at Vicky's farm, and Debbie's unpacking, putting everything away, and I put our new van window cover on. It's thermally insulated. It's got to have all the tie straps and so forth put on it, but it's supposed to really help with the condensation, kind of like eliminate it. So anyway, and the other project that we have set up is to get this 220 to 110 voltage converter hardwired into place. So while Deb's working on the inside, I'm going to work on the outside, and I punched one little hole through there, which is where this is going to feed through, and that'll be the 220 feed wired to the voltage converter. And there's my little pilot hole. So let's see if I can use the hole saw without it binding and tearing itself down the side. And there we are. One access hole, so I don't have to have everything running through the back doors and bending the weather stripping and so on and so on. So, having successfully punched the hole through the side of the van, we now have pass-through. It's going to mount the, put the 3 Phillips screws in. I can pull it back out later when we find the paint and touch that up. My God, it was, well, This is what reorganizing the car top carrier with 3 suitcases looks like. So after all that ruckus on the roof, the only thing we have left is a single tub without a tie down. We're going to move one of the rears forward, and then the black one will come to the back. And what an incredible idea Debbie had to put the unpacked suitcases in the car top carrier and then load them. It was like getting a whole trailer. We are in Milton Keynes, 50 miles north of London, not too far from where we stopped for our overnight at Vicky's farm. And I'm telling you, this place is just insane with traffic. It's probably one of the bigger shopping centers around. And of course, just as I start to shoot the video, all the traffic goes away. Maybe we'll try it again. So Debbie's done with Tesco. I'm on my way to Wilco to see if I can find some shelves, shelf boards, or some timber, even where we are. And then I need a small saw. Hopefully this will do it. Well, I've made it inside, and well, they have all kinds of interesting things. It's definitely not the place for timber. There's some stackable shelving units that might work. So I'm just gonna wander around a bit, see what I can find. So when I went to the home goods store today, I was able to find a 2-drawer frame that actually fits just perfect in the space. And so actually it was a 3-drawer, and I took off one off the bottom, and I'm going to go ahead and put the screws in, tie it all together. So we're at Smith Farm, a very idyllic place. Horse farm, I suspect. And I peeled all the potatoes and brought in the groceries, and Debbie's decided that she's going to go ahead and cook tonight, which I find shocking. This is our Airbnb for the next 2 nights, and I was actually in a t-shirt today with the air conditioning on, so couldn't ask for better weather. So using every little itty bitty bit of space, so the feed comes from there across to the 220 feet, that is, down to the back of the step down transformer, and then leaves the transformer at 110, back up and across, and we're going to wire it in tomorrow into the shore power switch. Well, good morning. Today is day 2, and we're here still at the Airbnb. I'm going to finish up the electrical today on the van, and I got some hooks to hang, and we're trying to get into the village today. We may or may not be able to pull that off. Partly cloudy. When the sun's out, it's warm. I can barely open my eyes because of the sun, and then when the clouds come and the breeze comes up, it's chilly again. So Deb finished cooking about 40 meals for us, and they look delicious. She's in the van having a well-deserved break, and I'm going to get started. So it's often easier than it seems when you're sitting in your couch 5,000 miles away. Oh, I'll just make up this little kit, and we'll tap into the automatic AC voltage reducing switching nonsense. Topsy-turvy. So This is the EU standard 16 amp plug receptacle. This is the standard US. Boy, hard to see in the dark, huh? Anyway, we have to match the wiring from here to there based on how it's here to attach to that. And then we'll have 220 coming in. This is the coming in, modifying that cord. Don't try this at home, kids. Well, without making a big issue out of it, we have the adapter for the UK onto an EU extension cord, 220 into the van, through the voltage converter, over to the automatic switch box, and we've got shore power now for a 110 van. I am so happy. It's been tested, microwaves on. Are we live? There's a flash. Yep. So, we think we're in the queue for traffic in an accident, but maybe it's weather, because now we are in a thunderstorm. Pub. I think this is Badger Wood. So somewhere around here we think is the pub that if you have dinner you can get to park in the parking lot. But I think we found a very high-end, kind of a country clubbish looking thing. It's very nice. There's some kind of a classic car renovation and maintenance facility down there, the car barn, Aston Workshop. So I'm really not sure what that is all about. It seems they're very brand specific, so that's good. Hello. After the great fish and chips. The Aston Workshop. So we still really don't know. Exotic used cars, perhaps. Bet it's going to be all kinds of wind noise too. BMWs, Porsche, Range Rover, regular Rover, oh, a Lotus, I think. Wow. Well, welcome to Scotland. We missed getting the image of the big billboard, but here we are. Boy, has the landscape changed dramatically. We're now seeing birch trees. So, hopefully a castle, a wall, something of interest before the drive's over. Otherwise, we'll try for it tomorrow. But interesting nonetheless. Oh, hello. See, the Clyde Sea Locks. Maybe we're at Clyde. Dumbarton Castle. Very good. Ahead are the channel markers. You can see them off to the left, back towards, I
can't remember the name of the bridge in the distance. We came over it. Glasgow is beyond that ridge there. And then out to the ocean, I suspect. Man, look at how fast the current's moving. And these are the, I guess this is the heavy rain that was anticipated by the warnings we had on the highway earlier. Walking back to the van, or park up for the evening. I think it's going to be pretty good. If you go down that road straight ahead, it's a very nice neighborhood, well kept. So it's not like we're in some deserted industrial complex with projects. So it seems pretty good. First left.
First left.
So we're on our way to empty the bucket this morning. And we just left the...
Wait a minute, second. This next one is second.
Okay.
So not this one. That one.
So we left the Lanica dealer where we went and got motor oil for the van because we're going to need an oil change before it's said and done. And they needed 6 liters and they only had 5-liter containers, so they sold me one and gave me one for free. They were extremely helpful. It was so wonderful. And then they had, of course, lots of recommendations on where we should go.
Second, another roundabout, second exit.
Okay. So, you know, the NC 500, and look at these little tiny lanes. They're for golf carts. So not this one, but this one.
Yeah.
The park up. Blue and green and...
Wait a minute. Yeah, go down this.
Yeah. Okay.
This is a roundabout.
Can't go in that way.
No entrance. Yeah, going this way.
Loch Lomond boat. Oh, look at the boat out of the water.
Okay, so
Well, there was parking back there.
There. I'm just trying to figure out where it is. Go straight and then come back out.
Loch Lomond Steamship Company.
Okay, you're gonna turn.
Yes, ma'am.
Go. Look at that. That's a little mountain.
Which side? Right here. Wow.
Ready.
Tarbet Hotel.
Oh, it's so big. Did you see those railings?
No.
They're curved.
Parking on zigzags is dangerous and selfish. See, because etiquette is still important here. Being courteous, caring. Wow. A dual wow.
See the waterfalls. Wow.
Lanes are getting a little skinny. Wow.
get blooms. Wow.
You know, it's just so
Oh, so narrow. No road markings. Not sure I know what that means.
there's no line in the center. Suck it in.
I wouldn't want to be in a big motorhome.
No.
Even a small motorhome.